to Harambee House by close of day on Friday, so that the motion can be kept alive for this court to have time to interrogate it and determine on the merits. So I'm praying that you grant me prayers, 1 for certification of urgency, and grant ex parte orders in terms of prayer 2 and 3, which is that pending the determination of this application and the petition, the court be pleased to issue an interim order suspending that circular. Prayer 1 is a request for urgency, certification of urgency, and to be had ex parte. Prayer 2 is a request for an interim order suspending the circular, the impugned circular. And prayer 3 is also praying for an interim order of injunction prohibiting the respondents or their agents from implementing the circular. And then other direct orders and directions the court may.
Raising genuine legitimate issues that touch on the rights of the concerned and Articles 41, 47, 50, and 206 of the Constitution. The time given for the officers to leave the office and provide the required documents is, to say the least, fairly short. In addition, the officers have not been given personal letters outlining the manner of handing over their offices. And finally, it has not been said whether they have done anything wrong to warrant the compulsory leave. For the following reasons, I grant the following orders. 1, I'm certifying the application urgent. And I direct that the same be heard on 13th June 2018. 2, the circular number OP stroke CAB 39/1A of 4th June 2018, issued by the first respondent, is hereby suspended pending in the parties hearing on 13th June 2018. The respondent and their agents further prohibited from implementing the said order, the said circular, pending the inter-parties hearing on the said 13th June 2018, that is next week. And finally, the respondents are to file and serve their responses to both the motion and the petition by the close of business 11th June 2018. Those are my orders.
Most of them. Wewe ulikujaje huko? Ulikujaje huko?
Mimi nakunusa siku hizi. Sawa. What did that about the others you obtained and what did
Well, today, this afternoon, the Labour Court, that's Justice Macau, has been gracious enough to grant orders suspending the circular issued by Joseph Kinyua 2 days ago on 4th of June of this month, directing that heads of procurement and heads of accounting in government across board proceed on a 30-day mandatory compulsory leave and also file certain documents with his office by a close of day on Friday. The court has suspended the order, the circular temporarily, and we shall be arguing the case inter partes on the 13th of this month, which is next week. And so the issues I raised basically are issues of law in terms of how reasonable that circular was. I'm also questioning if the president said people should be vetted. The president did not say people should be sacked. And vetting does not require people to vacate office. You can be vetted as you are in office. And the kind of documents they're asking for are documents that people have already supplied through the law under the, what do you call it? This is self-declaration forms. People have made those forms. That information is with the government. And so it's just a sort of harassment, a sort of a witch hunt, it's a sort of maybe trying to hype the war on corruption or something like that. But there's no nexus between the circular that Kinyua issued and the statement that the president read on Madaraka Day. The president talked of vetting officers, and vetting is something that is done all over, almost on a daily basis in corporations. People are vetted, people are rated how they perform their performance targets. CEOs are vetted at the end of that every year and things like those. And they don't vacate office. You only vacate office when you are under active investigation and you are in a position to interfere with those investigations. We are dealing with a situation whereby there's a general circular. Not a single person out of the over 1,000 people has been accused of anything. Then they're trying to take us back to the days of Moses in the Bible, when you had to get collective punishment. Not even the New Testament do you have anything like that. So I'm very happy that the judge has suspended that circular. I'm going to serve the orders plus my pleadings on the respondents. I sued Joseph Kinyua in person. I sued the Public Service Commission. I sued the Honorable Attorney General, and I'll be serving them this afternoon. And I'm going to have that effected immediately. I extract the orders so that the public servant is protected, because under the old constitution, section 25(1) of the old constitution, public servants served under the pleasure of the president. That thing was quashed when the constitution was repealed and a new constitution enacted, and now we are under the Public Service Commission as an independent organ. People serve on merit and competence, and there are procedures of firing and removing people. Also, I'm saying that because we gave ourselves a constitution, we have rejected dictatorship in any form and shade. It has to be due process. However slow, however messy, due process must be followed. We cannot afford to choose between upholding the law and fighting corruption. If we don't uphold the law, we are basically being corrupt, and therefore we cannot fight corruption with corruption. We can only fight corruption by upholding the law, and the law is very clear. Thank you very much.